IELTS lessons is all about IELTS 4 skills, and today is Sunday morning here in the UK, and our local time is 6:59 a.m. Once again, I'm with my subscribers lesson, and I've got two students in this session. I believe that they're going to join me. If not, I have to continue a little bit more to continue my lesson. Hello, Robin.
Hello.
Welcome, Robin. I'll be back in a second. Yeah?
Sure, sir.
Give me one quick second. I'm just sharing this live stream through my Facebook Live. Hang on a second. So, how are you doing today, Robin?
I'm doing good, thank you. How about you?
Always fantastic. Okay. How's the weather in your place?
Hello.
How is your weather in your place?
Yeah, it's a sunny day, sir.
Sunny day.
Yeah.
hmm Do you know Sunny Deol?
No, I don't know. Sunny D.
And I'm asking the Indian actor, Sunny Deol.
Sunny Leon, not Deol, I guess. Not sure.
Hey, Jenna is here as well. Welcome, Jenna. I can't see her. Can you see her?
No, I cannot see her.
So, welcome, Rabin, once again, and thank you very much for joining. So, today we're going to talk about the task one of IELTS, the speaking section.
Sir, yesterday is also speaking only, right?
Yeah, this week we're going to cover speaking. So, there are 8
Okay.
lessons. So, 4 would be. Hello, Jenna, welcome.
Hello,
How are you doing today?
I'm good. A little bit tired.
Right. Okay, welcome back. So for you, it will be 8 lessons. So 8 lessons should be, we try to cover speaking, writing. Mostly these 2 sections are important for the students. You can develop your reading by reading more and listening by listening more. Okay, but these 2 parts needs to be practiced more than the other 2 parts. But all are important though.
Okay.
Okay, so Jana, because Robin
Hmm.
joined yesterday, so it will be also
Yeah,
good review for you. We are going to start the task 1 in the speaking task.
okay.
Yeah, then after that,
Hmm.
I'm going to ask you questions, both of you, like a mock test or sample test.
Okay.
What do you think? Does it sound good?
Yeah,
Cool,
okay.
cool. So, Robin, if you remember that I explained in IELTS speaking task, there are 3 tasks: task 1, task 2, and task 3. Task 1 is that you'll be given a date by your local examination center when you should come for the speaking task. And you have to take your national ID. It could be your voter ID card or passport or any other ID card. Okay.
Yeah.
And also Hang on a moment. Also, they are going to check. You'll be given a student number when you register. The student number will be given to you. Oh, where is Jana gone?
She's there, but something from her side, like there is network issue.
Jana, are you still there? I can't hear her. Okay, can you see the screen, Robin?
Yeah, I can able to see.
Okay. Did you just say I can able to see?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, that is a wrong use. We do
I
not use,
can.
we do not scan and able together. This is very important being an IELTS candidate. I think she is having some network issue, right? So I'm inviting you one more time, Jana.
Yeah.
Welcome back. So you have got unstable network.
Mm-hmm. I clicked the wrong button.
Oh. So are you in a local cafe, Jana?
It was cafe, used to be, but now we are using for just communicate place.
Mm-hmm.
So there are very few people in here, just for church people.
Okay. There are few people here. We do not need to use preposition before here.
Okay.
We're going to discuss some of these topics today. Remember, remind me, please, Jana and Robin. Robin, welcome back.
Okay.
Hi, sir.
Hang on a second. I need to take on screenshot because I have to advertise through my Instagram and Facebook. I can smile, Robin. Great. Smile doesn't cost you anything, you know that, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, briefly, I'm going to explain to Robin on my time because he asked me about total details. Okay, so Jana, relax
Mm-hmm.
for a few minutes.
Okay.
IELTS stands for International English Test Language Testing System, which is controlled by the UK, British Council, and Cambridge University, and also from IDP Australia. Okay, there are two tests at the moment all over the world, and it is offered more than 198 countries and territories around the world. And why you need to sit for IELTS exam? That is the very basic and important question. If you would like to study in English speaking countries, or if you like to work there, you need IELTS certificate. Not everyone needs IELTS certificates. Okay, and so there are three types of people who are interested for the IELTS. Number one, who like to assess their English. I've seen many students, they said, oh, I like to get my assessment. Number two, who like to study in the English speaking countries. Number three, who like to go abroad, especially English speaking countries, and find a job and be settled there, like Canada, Australia, New Zealand, UK, and some European countries. And it is accepted all over the world. Okay, and this is one of the certificates or the benchmark or standard criteria that will prove you that you are competent, you're qualified to talk, you're qualified to take admission, you're qualified in speaking, listening, reading, and writing. And there are some other tests as well, which are equivalent, like TOEFL, Duolingo, CELTA, Delta. You'll find many other information. Okay, and as I see, anyone can sit IELTS exam who are above 18. And there are two types of. One is academic for studies, as you can see from the name, and general test for working or for immigration. Lowest score is 1, high score is 9. There is no pass or fail in IELTS exam, except you got 0, yeah? That is totally fail. And one of my students got 0 in the speaking section because he was so nervous he couldn't answer anything. I think I shared with you, Jenna, yeah? So don't be nervous when you're answering any questions. Speak, normally. Okay, how can I register? Sometimes you can see by calling the office or from online. You have to find out the local test center by searching from Google. So IELTS UK, Cambridge, British Council, as I said, IELTS ITV Australia. How much the fees? The fees depends. Generally in between £175 to £200. And there is a new IELTS exam. It is called IELTS UK VI that is needed only for the people who are coming as a partner, a citizen's partner. And that is very low score, 4 or 4.5. And how many times you can sit for the IELTS exam? Literally every month. Okay. In every month there is one exam dates. So you can find it from the local British Council or the IELTS Center. Okay, so how many types of tests? There are 4 types: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Listening is always taken at the beginning of the test, and it is followed by 5 minutes break for reading, another 5 minutes break for writing. In some countries, they take the speaking test in another day, depending on the situation, or the same day. Okay. And as I said, there are 2 types of modules, academic and general. They for both of them, they've got 4 sections once again. For the listening and speaking, they are same. They don't differentiate at all. The differentiations comes for academic. Academic writing is harder and difficult. And academic reading, there are similarly 3 paragraphs, 40 questions, an hour time. And academic writing, 2 tasks, task 1 and task 2. Task 1 is from a chart or graph or maybe an abstract. And for task 2, in general and academic, they're same, like an essay. And if you're planning to study, then you better sit for the academic one once again, and general for the immigration or settlement. So there are 2 types of exam at the moment. So Jana, which one have you registered? Is it the computer based or the paper based?
Yeah, computer based.
So if you're computer based, remember to practice writing your especially writing task.
Yeah.
All right. So Robin, as I'm going through, if you have got any questions, stop me and ask me, please. Yeah.
Sure, sure.
Computer based is actually better than paper based test because you don't have to write anything in your written task. You just type it.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, you have to be very careful, Jana, especially grammar, spelling, and making sentences correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I've just given example. Listening 40 questions, approximately 30 minutes plus 10 minutes time to transfer your answer. In listening part, you have to first, when you're listening, correct the answer in your question paper. Then you'll be given 10 minutes extra to transfer those questions answer to the another answer sheet. Reading 40 questions, 60 minutes. Writing 2 tasks, 60 minutes. Task 1, 20 minutes, 150 words. Task 2, 40 minutes, 250 words. Speaking parts, actually, it is more than that now. Now it is 15 to 20 minutes nowadays. All right, so these are the basic things. You can find this paper. Okay. Speaking tips. Once again, I'm reviewing it for Jenna as well and for Robin. Use correct grammar. Rule number 1 when you're speaking. If you don't use correct grammar, you're not going to get good marks. When you're answering, use the same pattern from the question. Like, I'm going to ask you a question, Robin. Robin, what's your name and how are you doing today?
Okay. My name is Robin Raffel. I'm doing good.
Okay.
Thank you for asking.
Welcome. Jana, can it be extended a little bit more? Robin's answer?
Mm, like my interest.
No, if you are asked to introduce yourself, then you can add interest. Remember,
Okay.
I think you may have forgotten. When you're telling name, Robin, use like this, like the way the natives or Westerners do. My first name, tell your first name and last
Uh,
name. And if you have got a nickname or a
mhm.
pet name, you can add that. Okay. You can say my first name is Rahat, last name is Ali, but people call me Ali or Rahat, for example.
Yeah.
And do not be limited to yes and no answer in IELTS test. Use the full sentence when you're answering. Technique number two, clarity. Do not mumble, okay? Like sometimes you think that oh, a word is very difficult to pronounce, but you're not trying to pronounce it correctly, or mumbling. Mumbling means we sometimes we speak like this, blah, 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 like this, yeah? Don't do it, yeah? Be clear, outspoken, and be loud enough so the examiner can hear you. Because if the examiner cannot hear you, there is no way the examiner can assess your English, assess your grammar, assess your pronunciation. Okay. Number three, accuracy. So when you're saying something, be accurate once again in grammatical structure and sentences. Like you have said, "Hey, how are you doing today? I'm doing great." But if somebody says, "I'm okay," that is also correct answer. But here the pattern is, "How are you doing today?" After verb there is an ing. So when you're answering, use the similar pattern. I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic.
Mm,
Yeah. All right, Robin.
Yes, sir.
Great. Number four, self correction, which is very important. What is self correction, Jana?
recorrecting
Own mistake.
my sentence. Yeah.
Yes. So if you think that you're making mistakes and you believe that you can correct it, stop it there and say the corrected word. Like uh, very often I hear like this. You was coming on the other day. Oh no, sorry, you were coming on the other day, for example. Okay, and do not try to use a new word or phrase unless you are not sure of it,
Mhm.
because most probably you'll be ended up creating a wrong sentence if you're not sure. Try to use compound sentences. I said it many times. And Jana, I'm sure I explained to you what are compound sentences, and for Robin as well.
Mhm.
Compound sentence is the concept for two or more ideas which are connected with a conjunction words like for, as, but, okay, yet, though, although. For example, a simple example. Uh, Jana likes coffee, Robin likes tea. Now, if you want to connect these two sentences together, Jana likes tea, but Robin likes coffee. I don't like none of them. Look, these concepts, see,
Yeah.
these are compound sentences. And these are very important in IELTS exam, especially when you're
Mhm.
describing something else, when you're writing something else. And we're going to give some real life practical example in a moment after clarifying this. Number five, as I said, talk loudly, clearly, not too fast, not too slow. Okay, that we have got many learners. Their trend is because of the mother tongue's impact. They always speak English faster. Like I'm going to describe today about a matter which is going to. No, you don't have to speak like this. I'm going to describe a matter today. Blah blah blah, whatever. Remember to use punctuation, your
Mhm.
expressions, and the natural way of speaking. Okay, remember that IELTS exam is an exam that will assess your natural way of speaking. Remember that do not try to have any kind of fake pronunciation, fake accent. Don't ever do that, any of you. You are not going to get good marks. Examiner will understand in the twinkle of an eye. Oh, that's not your real pronunciation. You're trying to fake. Okay, I can also understand when somebody tries to speak in a fake accent. All right, so natural way of speaking, we call it articulation, and use the expression when you're talking. Like, oh, Jenna, for example, it's a beautiful day, or you look amazing. Look, expressions. We don't say, oh, you look beautiful. Here it's an amazing day, like robots. No. And the intonation is very important. I'm sure I have explained. We have got 4 types of intonation. One is our voice is going up to down. We call rising to falling intonation. And the opposite, down to up, falling to rising intonation. And sometimes it is mixed. Oops. Sorry, the sound is coming, Robin. It's
Yes,
echoing.
I'm taking notes, sir. Sorry.
Sorry? You're muted, Robin. Yeah, it has echoing and a bit noisy as well. Okay. Remember, 3 seconds gap. Jana, once again, it's a good technique for Robin as well. So you have been asked to describe, say, global warming, and you have started speaking. Global warming is a. Then you stopped for 4 seconds. You're thinking because what you are going to say, and it happens to many learners when they become nervous. So don't be nervous under any circumstances. Try to be cool. Yeah, cool and calm.
Okay.
Before you go into the speaking task, drink a glass of water
Sure.
so that you become cool. Cool, relax, like the yoga, yeah, hypnotization. And be confident and be positive, and always think that you are the best speaker when you're speaking in IELTS exam, because it is in between you and that examiner. There is no other person. Even if you're making mistakes, make mistakes. Don't worry. Don't stop your talking, because this is the way the examiner is going to test your speaking. It's better for you to speak. Do not be repetitive. Very important. I'm just writing. This is important. Uh, I had a learner who always used to use actual in every 3 seconds. I asked him, hey, how are you doing today? Sir, actually, I'm very good. Actually, I went to the market. Actually, I found the market is busy. Actually, then I came back home. Actually, for example, use once or twice. If you need to use it, use the alternative synonyms. Okay, and some people sometimes use filler, like, do you know what, you know what, I have done this job, and you know what, it is amazing. Similar pattern. No, use once. Use different types of expressions. When you're explaining something, use different kinds of vocabulary, like attractive, for example. Jana, I'm sure you know that attractive is beautiful. If you have to use again attractive, use beautiful or amazing or splendid or smashing or fascinating or astounding. That's why we need to know the lexical resources, which is a part of the speaking. We call it lexical resources, knowing different kinds of vocab, synonyms, antonyms, phrasal verbs, group verbs, idioms. And remember that we can use idioms only in speaking, not in writing. We don't write, hey, I'm over the moon. No. We don't say I'm under the weather. Okay. We don't say what is the other word? Um, I forgot. There are some expressions and we shouldn't use in writing, but it can be used. And always try to use formal words if possible, though informal words are accepted in speaking task. Especially people say very often, hey, what's wanna, gonna, hapta? Do not use it in IELTS speaking task. Because those are informal words, and IELTS exam is a formal test. Okay, make it interesting when you're giving example, your personal example, okay? Stick to the point, that is coherence. Now, you have been asked once again to describe about global warming, and you're explaining the financial situation in your country. That is out of the topic. Okay, Robin, I'm just giving a clarification how you can develop yourself in speaking and the people who are listening to us silently. And the last point would be talk as much as possible. Do not be limited to yes and no. Like if I say, did you ever visit your local museum, Robin? Robin, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever visit your local museum?
Yeah, in my town, like there is no museum, but in the city I visited once.
Okay, good answer. Jana, this question is for you, Zel. Did you visit your local museum?
Yes, sure. I visited my nearest museum when I was 8, and it was a bit fantastic experience because that was science museum,
Hmm.
and it has a lot of things to experience the scientific status.
Hmm. Very good answer. See, try to use 2, 3 sentences. In every question in IELTS exam, you will get in between 30 to 40 seconds maximum. So try to utilize it properly so that you can answer it well. Once again, do not be limited to yes or no. As I say,
Okay.
speak naturally, follow the pronunciation techniques, speak articulately. Now, amalgamated pronunciation. Do you know what does it mean, Jana or Robin?
Mixed up.
No. As you know, there are two types of IP, British IP and US IP. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And also, when you're writing, remember to be careful in spelling. British spelling techniques and American spelling techniques. Follow only one. You don't
Yeah.
mix it up. Similarly, the pronunciation technique, as you know, in British IPA, we do not pronounce letter R. We pronounce
Mm-hmm.
letter T strongly and many other
Mm-hmm.
vowel sounds. I'm going to give you a demonstration for both of you. Like, do you like water, Jana?
Oh, I like water.
Yeah, I like water. That's American. Okay. Now, Robin, do you like water?
Yeah, I like water.
You like water. Now, if somebody says, I like water, and also my car is braking. Look, this is the mixture. In British
Mm-hmm.
English, we don't say car, we say car. R is silent.
Car.
Similarly, water,
Mm-hmm.
R
Car,
is silent.
water.
Yeah. But R should be pronounced. Remember, there are rules as well. If there is a vowel
Mm-hmm.
sound after R, the R must be pronounced.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, like there are, for example, in there, you can see that, um, Jana, the R is in between two vowel sounds. We
Yeah.
must say there in this case.
Mm-hmm.
But if it is
There.
like this, there, look,
There.
yeah, it is their book,
Ah,
but there are. Look at the
there
difference.
are. Mm-hmm.
Jana, are you going to follow the British IPA in your test?
I think I'm like 90% of US pronunciation and 10% of British accent.
Okay, all right. Okay, this sentence, I'm going to give you a demonstration.
Oh, okay.
Jana, would you like to read this sentence, please?
Okay. I have a car. My car is in front of the building.
All right, Robin. Robin, you have muted. Can you unmute it, please? Yeah.
I have a car. My car is in front of the building.
All right. Great. Both of them are well done. Remember, if you like to follow the British IPA in the first sentence, I have a car. No R sound. Now,
Mm-hmm.
rule number 2, when we can pronounce R, after R, you can see there is I sound. So in this case, car should be car, not car anymore, because that's the rule. So my car is in front of the building.
So
Mm-hmm.
the vowel came after that the car R word, right? That's the reason we need to pronounce it as a car.
Yes, I is there. You see,
But it is not in the same word, right? It is in different word.
yeah, it doesn't matter, but there is vowel sound.
Okay, fine.
So I have a car, but my car is in front of the building. Okay, so this is the reality of the pronunciation. Now, one major mistake of this sound.
Oh,
Yeah, most of our learners always say it off, the first one. No, first one is always ob. Remember, Jana and Robin, do not pronounce off from today. Yeah, try to practice at ob.
oh.
Like in this
Oh,
sentence, my car is in front of the building.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like I'm the captain of my team, cricket team, say for example, my cricket team
Okay.
or football team, whatever I say, football team.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, Jana and Robin, sounding a word correctly is very important in IELTS exam, which is why I try to give also some basic pronunciation techniques as we go through, like ob, no, and OFF is off, like turn off the TV or turn off your computer, turn off your mobile phone. Okay, got you? Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
We call it in a dialect. Okay. So these are the basic techniques of speaking. Once again, I have just recapped. It's good for you as well, Jana. And maybe
Mm-hmm.
we can go for IELTS speaking task one test today with both of you.
Okay.
And as we go through, we're going to one more time capping some of the other, some of the other pronunciation techniques.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There are thousands of words in English that can be used as a noun and verb. Okay. For any noun, remember that I'm going to give a real life example. Our intonation is upper to down. That is a
Mm-hmm.
rising intonation to falling intonation. Like every human names, like your name, like Jana,
Mm-hmm.
like Robin, like Rahat. Okay, if you break
Mm-hmm.
it. Similarly, how do you pronounce this word? I've written it, yeah? Our common word. Jana,
English.
Robin.
English.
Mm-hmm.
can you? I can't get you. Can you repeat again the question?
Can you see the comment on the comment section?
Okay, English word. Fine.
English, yeah. Remember,
English.
similarly, English is a noun. English, it's coming from up to down.
Okay.
That is the basic technique. Remember, all the nouns of that, those are words that are noun, we classify them noun. I'm sure you know that what is noun. A noun is a name of anything, a
Name.
place, paper, blah, 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 lot of things.
Thing.
It should be always upper intonation to down intonation. Like this example, look. Address is a noun and address is a verb. I'm highlighted it so that you understand the first part, that we have to be upper international address.
Mm-hmm.
Is it clear, Robin?
Yes, sir. It's clear. Only nouns we can pronounce it in a way that rise to fall.
Yes, always. That is like you can say an unique rule of pronunciation. And when it is verb, it should be the other way around. Like address. I'm going to give you example in the sentence, then it will be clear for both of you. Like Robin, what's your address, please? For example, or Jenna, what's your address, please? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and especially because I work in the hospitals very often, we need to check the patient's address. What's your address, ma'am, or sir,
Mm-hmm.
or mister, or master? I'm not going to address anything to you. You see? Did you see the difference? When
Yeah.
he's going to use as a verb, address means to circular, to speak, to
Mm-hmm.
declare. Like this morning, our Prime Minister addressed in the local television about the update of the COVID situation, and people have been warned to take the booster dose, for example.
Oh.
Look at this address down to up and address up to down.
Mm-hmm.
Clear, Robin and Jana?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
clear.
Okay, I'm going to test you with two words, both of you. Get ready. Look, there are four words I have written.
Okay.
Jana, you go first.
Contract.
As a noun, how it should sound.
Contract.
Very good. Verb.
Contract.
Yeah, stress on the last T. Contract.
Contract.
Very good.
Okay.
Then next word.
Close.
Okay, there is a issue with close and house. I'll describe it later. Okay, go to the next word. This word.
Back up.
Noun.
Back up.
Verb.
Back up.
Yes. When it is a verb, stress on the second syllable, which is up. Back up, or back
Back
up.
up.
Yeah.
Like my neck is just moving. Back up.
Okay. Uh, this one.
Contact.
Now a verb.
And contact.
Very good. Well done. Bravo and high five for you. Robin.
Yay.
This
Contract
mhm.
is noun.
Contract noun. And verb.
Contract.
Contract. You have to raise your voice in the last syllable. Contract.
Contract.
So what does contract mean, Jana? Do you remember?
It's a
Contract.
Yeah,
between two persons, some agreement.
that is noun. But when it is as a verb,
Contradiction is opposite.
no, that is a different word. Contradiction. No, it is. I'm going to explain. Jana, do you know what does contract as a verb means? Contraction we use very often. In spoken English, we use contraction of many words,
Like building something.
shortened form.
Shrinking.
Shrinking, yes, shrinking or shortened form. Like will not we say won't, cannot we say can't, yeah. Does not we say doesn't, is not isn't, contraction. Another important matter, contraction is not accepted in written English. Okay, we're going to give more some more tips today after finishing this part.
Okay.
It's for you, Jen, and for you as well, Robin. For academic writing, what are the basic criteria you must follow, regardless? If you don't follow, you're not going to get good marks. Okay. Now you all are correct. Contract. Backup. Like, oh, I don't have the backup of my computer. Or you can say, would you like to back up the memory of my mobile phone? Look, different sentence, different meaning. Similarly, do I have your contact number? Are you going to contact me? You see, contact number is there like any number, and contact me as a verb. Though these are with very slight difference, but if you try to use properly, that will be really amazing. You're going to get better marks than any other candidates. Remember that, and that's why IELTS exam for. Okay, it's like a test. Okay, for this verb like close and house, it can be used as both noun and verb. Okay, if it is a noun, then the S should sound like Z. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, when it is verb, the S should sound like Z. Like, hey, close the door, please. Okay, and if it is noun, then S should sound like S. Only S, simply S. Like, you can say, like, you can say that David is my close friend. Okay, but close the door. Remember, you're stressing on S, Z. Similarly for house. House can be used as a verb as well. Like, are you going to give the dog a good house? Or are you going to buy a new house? Look, when it is noun, similarly as. This is noun. So these are small, tiny matters, but in IELTS exam, every tiny matter is a matter. An examiner is going to assess each and every word, whatever you pronounce, and they're going to record your, all the whole the conversation, and that is the part and the rule of the exam. Okay. And if you're not
Okay.
happy with your score, remember you have got an appeal system within the 28 days of the exam. If you're not happy,
Mm-hmm.
then they can reconsider and reassess it. That's why they need the recording. So where is the recording of the candidate? They will ask. Then they'll send you the PDF file to the second examiner or third examiner. And if the variation is more than one or one, they will then make it average. Like previously you got 6, now this time you got 7, so they'll make average 6 and 7, 6.5. You're going to get. Okay. Clear? So sometimes some basic pronunciations are needed. These are some of these examples. Okay, let's move on with the speaking task one later, but some writing techniques. Number one, Jana, when you're writing, try to use formal words. So what are formal words? I've got a file. I'll suggest if you send me email through the subscriber chat, I'm going to email you some of the commonly used formal words. For example,
Okay.
require, need.
Require. Need.
Yeah, one of them is formal,
Require.
require and need.
Require.
Yeah, like I need you, I require you, for example. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. I
need,
think require.
require is formal words, while need is informal.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, help, assist. Which one is formal here?
Assist.
Assist.
Very good. But also remember, in spoken section, in speaking, we can use both formal and informal. It doesn't matter. But it is only we're talking about writing. Remember that writing English is always important to focus on grammar, formal words. Number one, accurate grammar. Number two, formal words. Number three, try to write compound sentences. Once again,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to get good marks, write compound sentences. Please, Jana and Robin. Especially if your planning is to get more than 6 in IELTS exam, examiner will expect compound sentences from you rather than simple sentence. Okay. Number 3, spelling techniques. Follow only one spelling techniques. Only one, yeah? Only one. Either US or the UK, yeah? And do not mix it up. Okay. I'm going to give you example. Right. COLOUR. This is
Mm-hmm.
UK. COLOR. US.
Mm-hmm.
And similarly, utilize. UT. Oops. TILISE. This is UK. Utilize. US. Now, in your writing part, you have followed color, COLOUR, but in another time you have written utilize with Z. Now you have mixed it up. So you got to be careful. That's why, because here it is a computer base, it is easy for you, Jana. When you're typing, check the spelling. Go back, check it
Okay.
straight away. Okay?
Okay.
Then after that, I'm sure you know this word, plagiarism.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of it?
Yes.
What does it mean, Robin?
Like whenever we are producing any documentation or anything presentation, at the time people used to check whether it is any copied from somewhere else
Mm-hmm.
or they prepared by themselves.
Okay, great explanation. Jana, I'm sure you understood what does it mean, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You know this meaning, don't you, Jana? Plagiarism.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and another way I'm simplifying plagiarism is that somebody has written something, you have read it somewhere, and you're writing the same things on your exam paper, and teacher is going to get it in the twinkle of an eye. It's a copy from someone else. So if you want to copy someone else's writing, just rephrase it or paraphrase it, which is important in writing section. Okay. And after that, you got to be careful that the words you're going to choose. As I said, if you have to copy from someone else, then find the alternative words. As I'm saying, the words you are going to choose, right? And then just write it in your own way. And also in the writing part or written part, we always use passive voice or indirect sentences. Like in task 1, Jana, say task 1, we don't write I'm going to describe. Yeah, we never write like this. We write like this. We never write like this. It will be described. Yeah, in passive voice. Or you can say, if it is a task 1 like a bar chart, or the chart will explain. Explain, or it will be explained. Explain. Clear, Robin and Jana?
Yes.
Okay, when we're going to start a writing part next week, we're going to give you, straight to a practical work, and we'll go from there. So
Okay.
that is more or less a writing part, and let's go on. We have got 15 minutes. Task 1 test for both of you once again. It will be good recapping for Jana and good test for Robin.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, get ready. It's easy. Task 1 is always easy. Remember that. It is the most easiest part of IELTS speaking. Like they will ask basic question like your name, your ID. They like to check. That is also part of the test. Like, may I know your name, please? Then always tell your full name, first
okay.
name, last name, and if you have got a nickname, use it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go one by one, starting from Jana. May I know your full name, please?
My name is Eugene Ta, and my first name is Eugene, and last name is Ta, so you can call me Eugene.
Very good. Bravo. Robin.
Yeah. My first name is Robin and my second name is Raphael. So people call me Robin. So my nickname is Robin.
Very good. Good answer.
Mm,
Always be confident when you're answering. Eye contact, yeah? It is another techniques of the job interview as well as the IELTS, interview, speaking task. Eye to eye contact. Very good answer. Number 2, may I see your ID, please? Then you give your ID, passport, ID, whatever. And how may I address you, Mr. or Mrs.? Jenna.
you can call me. You can call me Miss.
So Miss Eugene.
Oh yeah, yeah, Miss Eugene.
Okay. How may I address you, Robin? What would be your answer,
Mr.
Mr. Robin? So look at this word address. We have used correctly verb. How may I address you? Remember, this is one of the common words in IELTS exam in task 1. Well done. And now, next question. Let me see. How do you answer? Where do you come from, Jenna?
I'm from South Korea.
Okay. And Robin, where do you come from?
I'm I came from India.
Okay. 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 Did you use past tense? The question is present tense. Remember that. Use present tense.
I'm coming from India.
I'm coming from India. Okay. You both are correct. Add a little bit more. You can tell that your,
City.
city name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like you can say the city where I live is the part of Korea, or the city where I live
Mm-hmm.
part of India. Okay, then it will be a better
Okay.
answer. Simply saying I'm from Korea or I'm from India, we know that you're from Korea. Try to be a little bit more specific.
Okay.
Yeah, this is another amazing
Mm-hmm.
technique. Great. Then this is the task one first part, and task one second part is some more questions. Are you a student or are you a working professional, Jenna?
Um, I'm not both of them. I'm actually preparing for going to graduate school, so I'm working in part-time job.
Okay. How about you, Robin? Are you a student or are you working professional?
I'm working professional, but I want to study uh, my post graduation in abroad.
Okay. And is this the reason why are you taking the IELTS test today, Robin?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Jenna, is what's the reason for taking the IELTS test today?
Um, as I said, I want to go to graduate school, and I want to go abroad to study more.
Hmm. Great, great answer. Robin, you have said only yes. Remember that do not be limited to yes. Right or answer in
Can I
full
try it
sentence.
again?
Yes. Like, what's the reason for taking IELTS test? Yeah.
So
Is I
I
said
want
I
to
said
go.
to you, is this the reason for taking the IELTS test? You said yes. Say yes, and then after a full sentence.
Okay.
Yes, this is the reason why I'm taking the test. Hi, Uthman, welcome. Remember that once again, Jana and Robin, is just a simple way to explain yourself. So just do not be limited to yes and no. Say the full sentence. Okay, now the examiner has asked you a question, you don't know the answer. Simply you'll say, no, no, sorry, I don't know the answer, but I'd like to know it later. Make it positive, negative into positive. Remember, this is another technique, even in the job interview. Okay. Okay, great. And next question. Um, so both of you are interested to go abroad for higher studies. What are you going to study, Jenna?
I majored the biology, so I want to study about biology specifically, like brain neurology
Neurology.
section. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And Robin, what are you going to study, or what? Why are you trying to go abroad?
So I'm going to do masters in my computers. So since I'm interested in computers, right, I want to learn new
Sorry.
things
Mhm.
related to the updated technologies.
All right. Good answer, both of you. Well done this time. Answered it well. Yahoo. Okay, and remember, always be confident. Eh? Don't be shy or nervous. Once again, I'm reminding you again and again because these are the some of the negative things. On the day of the test, students become nervous suddenly and we forgot the normal answers. I don't want it to happen it to you. Okay, and Jan, I have mentioned that you're already a part-time job. Do you like your job?
Yes, because I'm working very short, and even though I'm studying, I can study in during my working day. So I like my job.
Okay, Robin, I'm going to come back to you because it is related to her question. Is there anything you dislike in your job?
Um, I think I don't have the dislike thing, but um, when some people came and bothered me, it might be dislike thing.
Okay, you mean to say they interfere your responsibilities, your work?
What is that?
Interfere when you're
Yeah.
working, they'd like to interfere your job. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what was your dream job when you were a young girl?
Uh, I want to be a doctor for helping sick people.
Hmm. And why you didn't study medical degree then?
Actually, I studied for going to medical section, but I can't be the one who accept that part because my grade was so poor,
Hmm.
so I gave up.
Okay, good answer. By the way, thank you very much. High five for you. Okay, Robin, I'm coming back to you. So the same question for Robin. Robin, when you were young, what was your dream job?
So I didn't decide. Means I haven't decided any particular job or something. So I want to become a great person and to help the people like who are in need. So that is my ambition. So as I'm growing, right?
Hmm.
So I'm interested into engineering. Like I want to become a software engineer. I want to work in some good product based companies like FANG companies,
Okay,
Google, yeah,
but
the big four companies.
you have answered your present dream. The question has look at the question pattern once again. It is very important to understand the question. What were so what was your dream job when you were a child or a young boy, like 7, 8 years, or a schoolboy? So you answer from that perspective if you can remember. Like the Jana said she wanted to be a doctor, but she couldn't be because of her poor grade.
But actually, in my case, I don't have any dream at the time. I thought of I want to help the people.
Okay, so make sure you clarify it. But the way you have said, I understood that this is maybe your present, dream job. So
No, as I'm go current in the childhood at the childhood, I don't have any dream. I thought of only helping the poor people by becoming means financially freedom. So as I'm growing, right, I'll get a dream of move into software or like I want to become a software engineer in IT sector like that.
okay, so in that case, it's better for both of you. I suggest to use this part. When I was a child, my dream job was this, like helping the poor people. Okay, but for Jana to be a doctor. Remember, it is important to use this part so that the examiner can understand clearly. Like the way I have confused, the examiner might be confused as well. So when I was a child, my dream job was to help the other people, help the humanity. Wow, that's great thinking, Robin. Even you thought a lot about other people. And it's a really amazing profession, being a doctor, helping. It's like a noble profession, Jana, as well. Great. Your answering are great. So task one, I'm thinking it shouldn't be a problem for both of you. Okay.
Well,
Yeah. Remember to use the best pronunciation techniques to get good marks. There are four sections. You are going to get good marks once again. Number one, your fluency and coherence, 25%. And I'm sure you know that what is fluency. And coherence is talking about the topic. Number two, lexical resources like synonyms, antonyms, phrasal verbs, group verbs, expressions, idioms. Another 25% is your grammatical accuracy and using wider ranges of grammar structure. And the last one is 25% for your pronunciation. So don't worry even for the accent. Try to pronounce the word naturally. Speak articulately, your natural tone. And you don't have to be a fake accent speaker. You don't need to. Okay? Because both of your accents are amazing in my understandings. Try to keep the same
thank
accent
you.
and be confident to answer once again. Be positive. And another technique is even though you understand that you're making mistakes, make mistakes. It doesn't matter. In spoken English, we don't, you know, care much mistakes when you're speaking, but when you're writing, you got to be careful once again. Write correctly, please. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And another question would be for this part, uh, when you're choosing, going abroad, which factors you choose? Why did you choose, say, US or Canada or any other countries? We don't have much time, obviously. Tell us quickly in 10-15 seconds, Jana.
Oh, it might be the financial problem, so I will choose the Germany.
We'll choose Germany. We don't use the before Germany.
German.
Okay,
Okay,
So
great.
I will
choose
choose
Germany.
Canada because they'll providing health insurance and for children's education and also flexible visa to all the people. So I'll prefer Canadian
Great. Both of
Canada.
the countries are amazing. Germany is a very good place for studies, and Canada is a very good place for the immigrants to get all the helps and supports. Okay, well done, both of you. I'm happy. So next week, if you've got any question, just write in the subscriber chat, please. And next week we're going to start writing and so on. Okay, thank you very much for coming
Okay,
today.
thank
Sir,
you.
can
Bye
we get the
bye.
notes
Yes.
today?